Last night we did a event over at our office and we had entrepreneurs come in and we were talking about going from active entrepreneur to passive investor. And we had a guy that came in later. He came in late. And I stayed and I was talking to him because he was like, "Hey man, look, I want to get into real estate. I've watched a bunch of videos, I watch a bunch of podcasts, I watch a bunch of stuff, and it's like I really want to get into real estate." So I was asking him like, "What do you want out of real estate? Are you trying to make money or are you trying to build wealth?" And he really didn't have an answer to that question. And I find that most people that are getting started in real estate, that's the biggest thing you need to find out. Are you doing it for money or are you doing it to create wealth? Because if you have a business already, then the best thing for you to do is take the extra money from your business, set a target, how much cash flow and real estate you want, and then roll that extra money from your business into real estate as a passive investor. Now you have two businesses, your business, which is active, and now you have your passive investments as a passive investor. He wasn't there yet. So I keep trying to drill in on everybody I talk to. You need to decide once and for all where you want your family's wealth to come from. Now, you can guess and you can play around and you can flip a house or wholesale a deal or get into small multifamilies or whatever you're going to do. Even in your business, you can jerk around with your business, but you need to make a commitment that you are going to build wealth from where you are all the way up to where you want to go. But that takes a 1000% commitment to creating wealth, not just making money, right? So the reason why I say that is because if you're going to use wealth as your target and you're going to use real estate to get there, you have to be committed 100% that that's what you're going to do. I'm committed to multifamily real estate, period. End of story. That's where we're going. I want my children to be like, "Hey, we're billionaires. My dad started a multi-billion dollar real estate investment firm, and it's a real estate investment firm. We're not dabbling in other things. It isn't going to be a tech company. We're not going to have a bunch of technology, AI, a bunch of other businesses bolted on to this one real estate investment company." So if you're questioning where you are, you need to drill down your commitment. Get it out of the way. Number one, you're building wealth. Number two, you want to do it from real estate. I believe real estate is the number one wealth building vehicle asset class on the planet. Now, I'm talking about multifamily, commercial level real estate, 200, 300, 500 units, institutional quality assets. I'm not talking about the small 4 unit, 20 unit, 30 unit. Nothing wrong with those. If you're that's a great starting place for everybody. But if you're getting to the place where you're a syndicator or you're a fund manager and you've been doing deals for a while, doing it in the bigger scale as a real estate investor, that is the place where you want your money. So I've talked about this before, but I want to share with you guys to really convince you 1000% if you're watching this, that real estate is where you want to have your money come from. And that's where you want your wealth. And the number one thing I want to express to you guys why I think that's the case, because you got to take a look at all assets, all the vehicles. You can't just like, for me, I look at everything. I'm like, all right, which like and I'll run down the line with them really quickly for you so you understand. And this is in reference to the commitment that you need to make. All right, why you're committed to this thing. So let's just say cash. Let's just say you keep your money in cash. I believe 1000% real estate is a better investment than cash. Why? Because you got inflation. Every year your money is going down in value. Every year it's going down, and really every day. Every time something happens in the economy, every time something happens in the marketplace, the value of goods goes up. So the what your dollar can buy you goes down, right? So even though let's say you have $100 bill or whatever in the bank, your $100 bill, even though it says $100, does not buy $100 worth of goods and services anymore. So is that a better investment to keep your cash stockpiled in the bank waiting for it to do something, with the banks paying you 0.002%, even if they're paying you 1% on your money, with inflation being increased? The feds are trying to keep it at 2 point whatever, but we all know that's bullshit. The inflation is much higher than 2%. It's just 2% on what they're tracking. So if you're just thinking about saving money, you are losing money every year. The dollar has went down. I was born in 1973. The dollar has lost 86% of its borrowing power since I've been born. So I already know that if you're just thinking about saving a bunch of cash, like you were, like all of us were taught, our parents were taught that, your parents were taught that, grandparents, their parents before them, it doesn't work, right? We're not in that phase anymore where the banks are paying you 10% return on your money. All right. So the next thing, the reason why I believe real estate is better, it's also better than stocks. Real estate is a real asset. Stocks is not a real asset. It's a paper asset. You can buy stocks, trade them, they're digits online, they're online. You can do that. If there's a problem in the marketplace, Stocks go down. They're very extremely volatile. As a matter of fact, I think yeah, they're testing the limits on something else with Trump's tariffs now. And because of the tariffs and the scares of all this stuff, recently bird flu, like the stock market has gone up and down and up and down. So if you are invested in the stock market, anything you have is tied to the stock market, you are losing money. The volatility of your stocks versus the stability of a commercial real multifamily real estate deal is unmatched. Right? Volatility alone should make you go, dude, real asset, not real asset. Simple. End of story. So the next thing is going to be your retirement accounts, your 401k and your IRA accounts, your retirement accounts that you were sold. If you're older, they, hey, put your money in a retirement account, leave that money there. When you retire, that money will be there for you. But the challenge with that is when you take that money out, it's going to be taxed. Even if it's non-taxable when you put it in, you didn't pay tax on it, so more money's there. When you get that money back out, it will be taxed, or it's going to kick you into a higher tax bracket. See, that is something you need to know. And then also, you are required to have I can't the name is escaping me, but it's like you have to take out 4% of your money when you hit a specific age, like 72 years old. Now, odds are, if you are 70 years old, people are living a lot longer. It is not impossible for you to live another 25 years. So let's say you start taking money out when you're 70, 72 years old and you live another 25 years and you're required by law to have a minimum withdrawal of 4% of your principal balance out of your 401k IRA account that you've been sitting on all that time, and you remove that 4% a year for 25 years, that's 100% of your principal balance. All of your money is gone. That is the worst case scenario that can happen to you because your retirement accounts are structured that way, right? And God forbid something happens to you is tied to the stock market, your retirement account will go down depending on what you're invested in. And you don't even know what your money's invested in anyways. It could be a Vanguard, it could be in Fidelity, but it can also be in Lockheed Martin. It could be in cancer drugs, big pharma, all the stuff you don't believe in, funding wars, and all these other things that money is tied to within mutual funds that own shares of these companies. That's how these things get funded, and you don't even know about it. Right? You don't even care. You don't even ask. You don't even know where your money is. So retirement accounts, real estate's always going to be better than that. You can move your Vanguard, your Fidelity, your Charles Schwab, and you can self-direct that IRA account and then invest that money into a real estate. And now you own a piece of real estate and then your returns come back to your IRA account. That's better for you because now your IRA is tied to your real estate, not to the stock market, mutual funds, and stuff you don't know anything about. All right. So that's why I believe real estate's better than that. Then next, I believe real estate's better than gold and silver. Like I just heard one of the guys that was just talking on here, I think he's a fund manager and they do asset management for a $70 billion. They have $70 billion in assets under management. They were talking about gold, and he was like, "We're bullish on gold, but gold doesn't give us any cash flow." My stance on gold is one, yes, gold is real. People retreat out of the stock market and they use gold to go in there. But one, you're not big enough to do that. You're just a private individual like me. And number two, no one trades gold for stuff. You're not going to go to the store, you're not going to go to Amazon and buy something, and when it gets delivered, you're going to pay for it in gold. So one, it doesn't cash flow. Two, no one uses gold to buy anything, and if you do, you're a weirdo. No one's gonna. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay for my gas with gold. Like you can't do that. No one does that. So real estate's better than gold 100%. The next thing, for me, when I think about that, is real estate's better than Bitcoin for sure. Now, real estate, Bitcoin is probably the better one of all of these things. It's better than cash. It's better than stocks. It's better than your retirement account. So if you are sitting on a bunch of Bitcoin and crypto, great, go do that. You've had it for a long time. You are winning. It is your time in the world right now. You earned it. You deserve it. Keep going. But here's the deal. If you're just now getting into it and you're like, dude, I want all my money in Bitcoin, that is extremely volatile. Yesterday it was up. It's down. I mean, yesterday is down. It's down today. It was up last week. It's down again. Dude, I bought Bitcoin and I hate looking at it. I can't look at it because I don't have the fortitude to not sell my shit. I'm not a gambler. And I feel like that's where it is. So the fact that you can't buy enough Bitcoin at scale with your money, don't do it. The best play is like one of my mentors is doing right now because we're in one of their funds, in a different fund, not the fund he's in now. They invest in real estate and they use the cash flow from the real estate to buy the Bitcoin, and they're going to wait because their investors don't need the cash flow. But you, as a little guy, everyday investor, may not be able to do that. So if your commitment is to figure out why real estate is better than Bitcoin. I just gave it to you. It's extremely volatile. You cannot buy enough of it to make it make sense for you. And if you do, and you start losing any money and you have any type of fear in your investments like me, I'll be like, that's sell. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. I could have done better with the money invested in real estate. All right. Now, the other one, this one's a little tough because most of the people I talk to are entrepreneurs and they come from this space. Real estate to me is better than your own business. Now I'm talking about commercial multifamily real estate. Here's why. Let's say you have an extra $1 million and you made it. Yes, you're going to dump some of that back into your business. But you aren't guaranteed to make any of that money back. You may have, like, as a matter of fact, they were just talking about this recently in here. They were talking about retail, the renters. They're like, hey, people who are renting right now are not doing as well as people who own stuff. So if you own the business, if you own the real estate, if you own the vehicles, you're doing better than the renters, right? But I bring that up to say this. If you have a business and your business is not doing well and you dump a bunch of money in it, you're just paying good money at bad. You're better off focusing on generating more income and revenue with your business if you're going to do that, taking the money and investing that passively into a deal, into real estate, a hard asset, not your business, a separate one, and then have that money multiply for you and kick back cash flow for you. Now you have two businesses working. You have multiple incomes. You have your business revenue and you have this cash flow revenue coming from this multifamily real estate. This is real. This one's real. But you actually are operating one and the multifamily is operating for you if you invest passively in a multifamily deal. That's why I believe real estate's better. But you got to know that that's where you're going, right? When like you see why that's real for me. Real estate's better than cash. It's better than stocks. It's better than your retirement accounts. It's better than gold. It's better than Bitcoin, and it's better than your own business. That to you have to be 1000% convinced. Nothing you can tell me about any of these other opportunities out there, vehicles for people to invest their money in as an investment vehicle is better than multifamily real estate, big multifamily real estate, long-term institutional stuff at all. Here's why. Because real estate provides cash flow, it provides future appreciation. There's great leverage. You can buy it at scale, meaning like you can buy one asset and there's 300 units there, right? And on top of that, you get major tax advantages. And of all the other investment vehicles on the list that I just gave you, very few of them check any one of those boxes, all of those boxes at one time. Also, it's an inflation hedge. I don't know if I said that already. And on top of that, it's illiquid. Most of these other ones are liquid assets. So at some point, if something happens, you can liquidate them. Or if you get in trouble, you can liquidate them. Or if somebody's coming after you, they can sue you for it because you have a ton of liquid assets you can liquidate. You can't do that if you have this big multifamily. They're hard to get rid of, man. They're big, they're slow, they're lazy. Oh, what are you going to do? They're going to be like, dude, the dude has a major asset, but we can't do anything to it. And he's an investor in an asset. He owns a percentage of it. We can't just take it. So what are we going to do? Move on, leave that guy alone. You have a business, they can come after it though. You got stocks, you got cash. They might be able to come after your retirement account. I don't know, depending on what you did, right? If you were some criminal, it might be able to come after it all. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is convince you 100,000%, like I am, that real estate is the way you want to go if you're committed to build wealth for you and your family long term. Now, if you're just trying to make money, great. Go buy a property, go flip it. Go sign a contract to somebody. You can flip a deal, sign a deal. You can do the Burr method. You can do subject to if you're in real estate. Those are strategies. If you have a business, go do a business. Go make $1 million a year in your business. You need to make what $83,000 a month. Break that down into what you need to make per hour, per day, and you go from there. It's not a hard concept to do, but you need to know 100% that if you're going to create wealth in your life for you and your family, I believe real estate is the best asset vehicle to do that, but you can't do that unless you're convinced. And I hope you did that. So this really started because of the guy I talked to last night. He wasn't sure. He didn't know. He's listening to too many people. He's watching too many things. He has way too many opportunities. But if you shrink some things down and you go, nope, this is where I'm going. Every red cent I make outside of what I need and outside of growth of my income for building my company, my business, my entrepreneurship, marketing, sales, whatever, outside of that is going to go to my investments. And I'm going to do that long term. until I can't do it anymore or I die. And I'm going to have, while that's happening, my investors are going to continue to pay me and I'm not going to lose them. That's what real estate can do for you. And I'm really hoping that watching this has convinced you that this is actually where you want your money, where you want your family's wealth to come from, and you're committed to build wealth with somebody like me, or you're going to do it on your own. I don't know, but you need to make sure that you do it. All right. So I hope that this helps you guys. This came on the heels of really just making a commitment. I want you to make a commitment. Be committed as I am. Man, share this video with people that you're making the commitment, but they're not sure. And you go, dude, I was watching Victor talk about this today. And with the level of commitment that he has about what he's talking about multifamily real estate, about all these other opportunities we have out there, I needed to hear this, man. Listen to this. Get everybody in your network on board. Your partner on board, your girlfriend on board, your wife on board, your husband or boyfriend on board, whatever that is for you, get everybody on board. Your kids, everybody needs to know, hey, we're a real estate family. We're going to make money and we're going to invest that money in real estate passively and we're going to live off our cash flow over time, be financially free. And then later we're going to go bang somebody because we're a real estate investment family. That's how we created our wealth. I want to make as many people wealthy from investing in real estate as I can. I'm here to help you do that with this information. All right. So if you want to invest with us, go to bell-capital.com. You can check out what we got there. If you're an accredited investor, we're open to you. Or if you want more information, you can text 760-531-8500. Text the word invest, and then somebody on my team will reach out to you and we'll answer your questions and find out what it is you're trying to get accomplished and hopefully get you started with your investment with us. If you're accredited, if you're ready to go, got to be a good person, got to be liquid, and you got to love real estate like I do. All right. So like this video, share the video, comment on the video, leave it a thumbs up, or leave it a thumbs down. Don't be a hater don't be a hater and a hider at the same time, but I am here for you. And oh, by the way, subscribe to our channel. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm going to keep doing this stuff. I hope I excite you, motivate you, but my goal is not to just excite you. My goal is to send you money every month. I want you investing with us if you can. Invest in real estate, create wealth for you and your family. You owe it to them. Make wealth your duty. I'm here for you. Let's go. Boom. Are you an accredited investor with $300,000 or more liquid in the bank? I want you to come and partner with me. Look, if you love real estate, passive income, and positive cash flow, appreciation over long periods of time, and you're willing to be patient, come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com. This is for accredited investors with $300,000 or more in the bank, ready to go. Come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com.